Hey everybody, Kent Larson here. How you doing? It's a great day in Iowa. I mean, the cicadas are out, the moon's halfway out, it's not raining, heat index was up there, but hey, that's all right. I just want to put together a little message for you, and I hope you don't mind if I get a little bit passionate while I do this, okay? After my first go around with this deal, this vector-borne illness, junk, crap, I had gotten back on my feet, and I was really successful. I was flying around the United States. I was speaking at all these different regional, national trainings. I stood on the stage as an opening speaker for a convention of over 10,000 people. I mean, all this stuff was going on, right? But I want to tell you a couple of things that I learned and what I was mentoring to people during that time frame. Like I said, pardon me for getting passionate here. I'm going to give you an example of different people. But first off, I'm going to give you an example of a friend. And I tell the story and he knows that I tell the story. But I was building a nutritional marketing company when I was still recovering. And I hadn't gotten my health all the way back, but I was at the highest paid level. I was the highest paid person in my level for that company. And I was packing a house. People would come to listen to me speak. And let me tell you something, I wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it for everybody else. That's what drives you to actually get better, to motivate yourself, is to be a servant unto others. It's not to be a servant to what you want to get out of it, okay? What you need to do is to accept and act upon where you want to be, not where you are now. And that is not a sign of greed. That's not a sign of self-fulfillment. That's not narcissistic or anything. But if you want to help others and you want to get somewhere in life, you need to accept that I'm at this level, not this level. I'm at this level. And you need to act upon it, and you need to be that person, okay? So let me get back to my story. So, this friend of mine heard me speak at a very large meeting in a town in the middle of Iowa, came up to me and said, hey, I want to do this. And then from that moment on, he would always introduce me, and we became really good friends. He would always introduce me as, this is Kent. This is the guy that's going to make me rich. He's going to make me rich. And I'd look at my friend and I'd say, why do you say that all the time? I'm not here to make you rich. I can't do it. You have to learn the skills that I'm teaching you. You have to do what I'm teaching you. And you have to believe that you will become it on your own. Find a mentor. Figure out your path. And believe that you can do it. It's not the other person that's going to do it, because the minute you start saying it's the other person that's going to do it for you, guess what? You're setting yourself up for failure. A little bit later on, I got off my IV medication. I was probably at 95% of what I could be. Physically, emotionally, mentally, I was strong. And I was trying to figure out what my next move was going to be. I was about to do something with one company, start marketing their program and learning their system. I hadn't pulled the trigger yet because I was too darn broke. And then a friend of mine handed me this DVD and showed me something. And he says, Kent, this is the coolest thing. I've been sitting on these webinars all day long, learning this thing. It is so phenomenal, but I can't get anybody to do it. I said, okay, what is it? So he showed me this 10-minute video presentation on a DVD. And I'm telling you that halfway through that DVD, I jumped over the couch, sprung to my phone, and I called up my friend and I said, Larry, I understand what this is. I understand what it will do for everybody. And Larry, with this, I cannot fail. Okay? So I went down to the pawn shop, because financially, that's the only way I could get involved in whatever it was that I wanted to do at that time. And I took that $175 and I invested it in that program. It was a financial services program, I'll just tell you that. But I believed in it so much that by 12 months later, I was making more money than I ever had in my life. But it was because when I saw that thing, I looked at myself as being the one up on the stage accomplishing what I wanted to accomplish. Okay? Down the road, my other friend, the one from the nutritional company, wanted to see what I was doing. So I went and I showed it to him. He says, Kent, this is phenomenal. I can see exactly what this will change lives. I said, yes. He says, well, I want to do it. I said, okay. But none of this Kent's going to make me rich thing. He goes, all right. So he got started with the program. We got trained, and the first day I went to his house to pick him up, we're in his driveway, and we're going to go out and we're going to start talking to people, right? We're backing out of the driveway. He says, Kent, I failed at everything else I tried to do in my life. I guess it's time to go out and fail at this. I stopped the van and opened his door. I said, get the F out. He looked at me, what? I said, get out. Well, you're kidding, right? I said, no. You know what you just did? You cursed yourself. In the back of your mind right now, you have told yourself that you are not going to accomplish anything. You have already written it on the wall. And that's exactly what happened. We tried for 2 months, but he had already written it on the wall. So here's my challenge to you, no matter where you are in your life, no matter what you're doing right now. You have to believe so much in a goal that you want to accomplish that you will now currently think, act, feel, move, carry, engage yourself as if you're already there. And you will find out the steps from a mentor, from someone, whoever it is, and you will say, I am going to do exactly what this person teaches me, and I will learn it so that I don't have to go back to them. I'm not going to be dependent on them. And then I can teach others how to accomplish the goal. And I am not going to fail at this level. I have already accepted the fact that I am going to be at this level, this one right here. And I'm going to believe in it so much that every night before I go to bed, I'm going to look myself in the mirror, and in my heart of hearts, I am going to praise the Lord, and I am going to say to myself that with this, I cannot fail. God bless you, and I hope you'll get there too. I believe in you. Take care.